All right, if you just joined us, you're watching Environment Today on Africa Independent Television, and our guest on the show today is the Director General of the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, Mr. Idris Musa. He speaks to us on a number of issues, including how the oil sector fared in 2023, particularly as regards oil spills and the way forward. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us, and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Can you lead us into how the sector fared in 2023? Were there issues, particularly that of oil spill in Nigeria, and how were they managed?
From January 1 to December 22, the situation has been much better from what it was in 2021 and 2022. 2023 is much better. In the sense that we recorded far less number of oil spills, we recorded far less incidents on the field vis-a-vis interference from host communities, and we also recorded far less in the area of oil facility vandalism. But we have not really had it as good as expected yet in the area of oil theft. We still have challenges in oil theft. See, the difference between oil vandalism, oil facilities vandalism, and then oil theft is that one just breaks the pipeline or destroys the oil facilities wantonly. The other one craftily insert valves into pipelines to siphon crude oil. Of course, in the petroleum product sector, we have not had it as good as it should be. Most of the petroleum products are carried with motor tankers, virtually nothing through the pipelines, and the short distance of pipeline carriage is between the Atlas Cove and Mosimi. So other areas where they could have done some kind of havoc, the pipeline were not supplied petroleum products such that some hoodlums or vandals could have access and destroy such things. So overall, 2023 is much better than 2022 and 2021.
Well, in the data your agency revealed within the year, sometime in August, I suppose, the oil spill data.
Yeah.
You were quoted to have said that Nigeria lost 335 million naira to oil spilled between January and August 2023. Do you consider this small compared to what Nigeria used to have before?
Yes, you see, when we give you statistical data attaching some kind of values, you have to look at it in two perspectives. One, the oil that spills, crude oil especially, when oil spills, there is provision for containment and recovery. So there are instances, just hypothetically, 10 barrels of oil is spilled, and you're able to recover about 5 or 6 barrels. So the net oil in the environment is about 4. And by the time you look at other factors affecting it, it may be just about 2.5 or 3 maximum. So when you want to place value, you cannot place the value on the 10, but on the net. And in some cases, we have to do some adjustments when we compare figures after final recovery of the oil, because the oil companies recover as much as possible whatever is spilled, again, depending on the environment. Most of the spills are onshore. So it's easier to recover oil from onshore than in offshore. That is on water. So that is the extent to which what figure you had at that time was given. But whatever it is, compared to 2021, 2022, is lower than what it used to be.
Now, the job of your agency is to detect oil spill and then respond to spills. Does it also have the mandate to stop spills from happening or take measures to ensure that spills don't happen at all? Is it always a reactive measure rather than a proactive one?
Not at all. It is proactive most of the times. We have what we call compliance monitoring visits. That is facility compliance monitoring visits. This visit goes to all the oil companies operating offshore, operating in the upstream. Those are the people who are responsible for the exploration and production of crude oil. We do go to the facilities to ensure that the facilities are of high integrity. When we say high integrity, as the balance is used in the oil sector, that is, all the assets are in good condition. When your assets are in good condition, there is going to be a very low possibility of you having an oil spill, because if you have a spill, if I have a pipeline that has some corrosion in some areas, if you now do the maintenance as appropriate, there is not going to be any spill. You would have replaced that such. That is not to say that you can do all. There are still some occasions where you still have oil spill occasioned by corrosion on some pipelines. So when we go for this compliance monitoring, it's part of ensuring that there is no spill at all. Then the detection aspect, there are times when the spill has happened. We detect it first to see that there's a spill here. And when we see that, we draw the attention of the owners of that asset to it. Not only that, we have collaboration with the host communities. The host communities know that when there is spill around them, they call on us.
The 2023 has just ended. What projections do we expect to see in 2024 regarding the environment sector and food sector as well?
Well, as I've always said, in virtually any opportunity I have to talk about oil spill incidents in Nigeria and oil spill management, oil spill is supposed to be an accidental occurrence. It is not supposed to be a routine as we have been used to. And that's why I said we are getting there gradually. We are getting out of the routine kind of spill. In the past, it used to be as if it's a celebration to have spill everywhere. It's not supposed to be. It should be an accidental thing, and we guide against what will be. To that extent, we had done in the past what we call disaster risk reduction awareness campaign in all of the oil producing states, in all, not once, not twice in some states. Some states we have done twice, some states we have done thrice to sensitize them as to the dangers inherent in wanting destruction or vandalism of oil assets and then the spills. You look at the losses in terms of livelihood, you look at the losses in terms of health, look at the losses in terms of what goes into the environment. The people who say we cannot fish, we cannot farm. Those are losses. And occasioned by who? In most cases, by our own self. Not as much as from the oil company's operations error or equipment failure. So we have sensitized the host community, and this is gradually going down. That is number one. In the years ahead, we expect better opportunities that will enable us to go deeper into the operations of the oil companies themselves, to acquire more tools for surveillance. Surveillance in the sense that there are some remote areas that it may be difficult because of the nature of the terrain. And then there could be speed there. We can get access to those ones by getting the unmanned aerial vehicles, which is popularly referred to as drone, to do that. We're already working on that. We secured the approval and funding, just expecting cash backing for that.